A lot of people talk about or think they're late at life. Because do you think that feeling is common now more than before?
It stems from our upbringing. I know growing up before the age of social media, before seeing that, oh, your friend has this new thing.
Your friend has Lamborghini.
Social media makes it like a 247 scoreboard now.
Most of the pressure does come from ourselves. Yetunde, she's so popular on Twitter. Tweets always go, they blow and everything. I tweet real things, but I'm only getting 2 likes.
2? 0.
Social media makes 5 years feel like 5 months. Oh my god, this person is always traveling. She has traveled to 10 countries. She's working for big fintechs. And she did her birthday and I saw that she was 35. Social media, you see outcomes, you don't see timelines. You don't see that people are actually putting the work. People come to me and say, Yetunde, oh, I just started posting online. What am I going to do? Mind you, I've been posting for 5 years in the work. That's one thing social media does. Compresses timelines, compresses people's work, and you just see the outcome. You just see the cut version. Whatever you see that you are inspired by, they put in that hard work, but you don't just see it.
Yetunde Omobolanle, also popularly known as Divayetty, is someone a lot of people online already feel like they know personally. She's an author, coach, content writer, and a community builder with a massive audience of over 350,000 people. She's known for helping women level up their relationships, friendships, careers, and overall personal growth. She's also the author of the book No One Warned You About This Part, which resonated with so many people because it captures emotions and experiences a lot of us feel but don't always know how to put into words. Through coaching, mentoring, and her online community, she's helped countless women and youth in general rebrand their lives, rediscover their strengths, and step into the best version of themselves.
Today we have someone special on our seat. They told us by 23 you should know, by 25 you should have, and by 27 you should already be settled. But no one told you what to do when you're taking birthdays and questioning the blueprint.
For the ones asking, am I behind or am I just on a different route? Today we're going to be unpacking all the pressure and the illusion of arrival, as well as the lies in which we've normalized around success.
No filters, no fake wins, just real conversations about timing, growth, and what people do not post online. Today we have someone special on our seat. We have Yetunde Omobolanle, also known as Divayetty.
Hi everyone, nice to meet you. My name is Yetunde Omobolanle, Divayetty, your favorite online writer and internet big sis. I'm glad to be on What's Your Impact?
Thank you for being here with us today,
Thank you for having me.
I feel like before knowing you, you just see, all those tweets that you can relate to, that you just see on someone's story or you just see somewhere. It has to be Divayetty, very relatable.
There's a lot of presence on X, there's a lot of presence on Instagram
yes,
as well.
Yes.
Even on WhatsApp, that you don't even know about. Literally, like people take screenshots and just post it. And I think the most recent one was when you said, do not centralize relationships, do not centralize men.
Yes, that was like
that the most recent one. I feel like I saw it on your page and then I saw it on like most people's pages. Seems like you were saying what was in everyone's
It's always
head.
part of a dump somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah, so I guess just to open our conversation, right? A lot of people talk about or think they're late at life. Or do you think that feeling is common now more than before?
Yeah, I think comparison or something like that has always been like that. It's just that social media makes it like a 247 scoreboard now. And from what I've realized writing, speaking to people, it is deeper to some people than others. The feeling of being behind, the feeling of not doing well enough. It is, and I think it stems from our upbringing. I know growing up before the age of social media, before seeing that, oh, your friend has this new thing,
your friend
just graduated, or your friend has done masters,
all the updates.
Yeah. Before social media, this something that people tell us. Our mother will say, look at Tokbe, she has done this one.
Yeah,
your uncle will say, look at, one of my daughter, she's doing this one.
Graduated from
in secondary school, people say, the person taking first position, does she have 2 head?
Yeah.
And for some people are more exposed to that than others. Do you know that growing up, like now that I'm of age, I got to know that some people, their parents like legit beat them because of their report card. That's something that I was not exposed to. That was something that I was always shuffling between 4th, 3rd. And that was like enough to my mom. I don't know. She is not a mediocre person.
Yeah.
But she knows that I'm trying my best. And she just they just encourage me So if now that in the advent of social media, you are not expecting that feeling of being behind to be as deep to me as it's going to be
Yeah,
as
to
somebody
someone
who,
else that was
Even
flogged.
went through
if they
all that
carry
pressure.
second position, they will beat them for not taking first position.
Mm.
But at the same time, feeling left behind, it's not, I don't think it is a shortcoming. You are human, you are aware that, okay, there are people doing better than me. There are people that want what I have.
And that's fine.
And that's fine. That's fine. The most important thing is not for you to dwell on that. If you know that there are people doing better than you, if you know that there are people, if you don't remain in the same position, if you don't just keep wallowing in self-pity, you can have that thing.
Yeah.
You can have that thing. So yeah, I think feeling left behind is human. I feel that, yeah, social media has made it worse now because you get to see everything, but I don't think it is a new thing. And I think for some it is deeper. The feeling is very deep to them than to others. So yeah.
I agree. I mean, again, picking on the social media parts, let's even compare social media versus real life, right? How do you think social media has actually changed the way in which we measure progress and success? Because I think it plays a big part in it.
Yeah, it does. Because one thing social media does, it compresses time.
Mm-hmm.
So social media makes 10 years feel like 10 months. It makes
so random. You know how like this girl is wise when she's writing, but you're actually wise in real life. I'm listening to you.
Social media makes 5 years feel like 5 months. Makes 2 years feel like 1 month.
Literally.
There was this person that I'm still a big fan of her. I'm like, oh my God, this person is always traveling. She has traveled to 10 countries. She's working for big fintechs. And she did a birthday and I saw that she was 35. Mind you, I'm 25 at that time. So that's like 10 years, 10 years different.
Yeah.
Last year I traveled to 1 country. So if I put in the work,
yeah, you say you travel to 5.
If I get to like 35, I would have done. But imagine if I did not know that, oh, this person is actually 35. And because of that, I'm comparing myself to her. It doesn't tally. I've not put in the work she has. I don't have the experience. I don't have the timeline. With social media, you see outcomes. You don't see timelines. You don't see that people are actually putting the work. People come to me and say, Yetunde, oh, I just started posting online. What am I going to do? Mind you, I've been posting for 5 years. You just want to start posting now. Of course, you're not going to have...
even started getting the traction. I'm sure it took a while.
It took a while. Yeah. I had to like put in the work. Of course, you're not going to get to 20,000 followers in 1 month. No. You also have to put in the work. That's one thing social media does. Compresses timelines, compresses people's work, and you just see the outcome. You just see the cut version. But for whatever you see that you are inspired by, they put in that hard work, but you don't just see it. But you also have to put in that hard work. You also have to put in those efforts for you to get that thing. So that's just one thing about social media. For everything you see that people have out there, they have done something. For everything you see somebody, I think you speak on finance or something, she has read, she has done her work, she has taken exam. My friend, she has taken exam. If tomorrow she comes and she's very smart talking about stocks and everything, you know that because she has dedicated time to learn about that. If you want to do the same thing now, you have to put in that work too. But that's something you're not going to see on social media. So I think that's the problem with social media. You don't get to see the behind the scenes.
Do you even think that, I guess like you said now, like, you know, you had your page, you've had your page for 5 years now, and you have a couple followers. Like, if people posted more of that journey, do you think it's making better, like less pressure on other people, right? Like if you're posting no more today, I didn't have any views, so today I had more views. Tomorrow, do you think if people posted the program, I mean, you can't drag people to post what they want.
Exactly, gave people that behind the scenes. If you showed it to people for them to see, like, I think that's what you're trying to say, right?
Yeah, I think that works. I think that is also good, but it doesn't change anything because now we see sometimes celebrities will come and say everything is not rosy, everything is not smooth. Before you know, people will forget. You will start posting back. It's still that good things that they want. It's still that nice thing that they want. I think it is a mindset thing. You have to know that you have to put in the work. People don't owe you them posting their dirty things, their journey, them crying, them not having
True.
Of course, I'm not going to post when I have 2 likes, but I'm going to post when I have 200 likes.
True.
If you go to my page, you are still going to see that 2 likes.
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
going to delete it,
Yeah.
but I'm just going to highlight the most successful part
Yeah.
of my journey. I'm just going to highlight the very good part of my journey for you to see. But it's just, that is why conversations like this are very nice. So you know that it is not all smooth, and it is, but people don't owe you that, honestly. Some
true.
people are going to post, some people, because people are still going to talk. You see, somebody, I think of recent, this popular person, she gave birth. I mean, she's pregnant. She told the whole world that she's pregnant, and she made a video about like TTC that she has been expecting, and people are saying, you just got married. I say you have been expecting. You see that she's telling people that, oh, she has actually been wanting this thing, and people are like, oh, which
They're
thing?
trying to say, okay, this problem is not even a problem.
Like, it's not even a problem. So
Yeah.
you see, it's just a mindset thing that you just have to know that you have to put in the work, and you just have to know that, yes, people are going to chop, cut their life and show you the finished product.
Yeah.
But they don't necessarily owe you that.
People say in your 20s you should have this. I wonder where that saying came from, or that blueprint came from, basically.
Honestly, I don't know too. And that's why I wrote the Center Society Timelines. You see, I don't know if you saw it. That was like part of my last post. Because especially now, you don't have to follow it. There are other timelines. You can have your own timelines. And there are even some traditional timelines that society don't tell us about. Things that actually count. Timelines for how you get over grief. Timeline on how you put together your mental health. Timeline of how you yourself arrange your life. Timelines of things of something that mean to you. Society will tell you that, oh, if you finish school, start looking for how to settle down, that's like society timeline.
I feel like sometimes it's not even a thing of society. It's a thing of how we choose to, I think it's a timeline we place on ourselves, right? You're like, oh, this person has been able to achieve this, that in so little time. I should be doing more than that. If anything, like, you know, if that person can do it, why am I not doing it? And that's, I feel like that's where the pressure actually does stem in. I don't know. I'm not really an online person. I can't lie.
Yeah.
But I do feel like most of the pressure does come from ourselves, where the comparison comes in, you know. Yetunde, she's so popular on Twitter. Oh my gosh, her tweets always they blow and everything. I tweet real things, but I'm only getting 2 likes.
2? 0.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
Like, it's a thing. I personally do feel like it's mostly a thing of the mind, you know, and we then pour out those insecurities online, and unfortunately, you know, other people pick up on it, and they use that also to set that timeline for themselves.
Yeah, I honestly agree with you, but I'm still going to go back to society, because the way society works and the way values or beliefs that people think is, you don't see it. It's just like, there is this analogy I really love using. Rats biting you. When the rat is biting you, you're not going to know that the rat is biting you until like the rat has done its job, and you just see that you have like bite marks. It's just like society is there. Breeze, I can't physically see the breeze blowing me, but I know that
It's
something is there, it's shaping me. That's how society works. Is the way it doesn't have to be that you've seen it. It could be in conversations. Growing up, these things are innate. For you to even get to a point of saying, why don't I have this thing? Why don't I have this thing? Because you probably have been hearing it, that you should, when you're 25, you should do this, you should do that. If it is compilation of all those conversations, compilation of all those chastising of, see your mate, see you're doing this one, see you're doing that one. If not, everybody's just going to be doing their thing. If it is not like a ground thing that growing up we've heard over and over and over and again, it is not going to be like that. Everybody's just, okay, you are 25, you are giving birth. I'm very happy for you. Oh my God, your daughter. Okay, but me, I want to go on vacation. But me, I want to keep reading. But me, I want to keep doing. But because growing up, these are things that we've heard. These are things that people have made us believe. Even till today, so if you see people go on people say, come and do this one, come and do this one. You say it's not society. If you go to church, there's one thing in my church that I really don't like. Say single people, like, please let us rest. So if you leave church, if you leave church and you're just doing your thing, you may be thinking that, oh, I'm sad that I'm single. It is not society, but it is because you've been seeing glimpse of people making you
They've
feel
made
like
it look
being
like a problem,
like being single is a problem. So yeah, I think
agree.
before our mind catch up on that and just like add in our arts and make us feel so bad, make us feel so sad, society has done a job. So yeah.
So, I mean, as much as you've said that, I mean, you explained how growing up, you were not exposed to an environment where your parents would put so much pressure on you.
Yes.
Hence why you didn't really have that comparison trait in you. But at any point, I don't know, it's possible, Sha, that you haven't, but at any point, do you think that you were at any point where you did find yourself, you know, using someone else's success to compare yourself to your own successes to, you know, this person does this, does that, you know, I want that, I want to be able to do that, I'm not able to get there yet, how did this person get there, things like that? Have you ever found yourself in such a position?
Of course, I'm not going to say comparison doesn't get to me. I'm not going to be also self-righteous. That's not true at all. What I was saying is it is not as ingrained as me. So you could tell somebody that, oh, don't compare yourself to another person. And it will work for one person, but it will not work for that other person because that one needs like more work. But of course, I've been in seasons where I feel like, oh my God, I want to get this. I feel like one moment that really shaped me was when I was in NYC camp, the mandatory 1 year thing, the camp before we like go out to the world. Everybody, when I got to camp, I served in Lagos and I was using like a very, very small itel phone.
Lagos is where all the baddies.
So you understand where I'm coming from. Everybody had the latest iPhone. Everybody, till now, I don't have a lot of pictures of me in camp because I could not document all those things because of my phone. And I'm like, oh Jesus, everybody's going to be taking pictures. Like I wanted the latest iPhones. I wanted what those people had. Even while I was in school, my phone was bad. That itel suffered in my hand. Jesus. And I was like, oh my God, I want to change my phone. I want to do this one. I want to be better. I want to be better. So when I left camp, that was like, I'm like, but one thing about me is I know that I don't have this thing, but I know that work has to be done for me to want to get that thing. You get? So of course there are seasons, even till now, there are people like, oh my God, before I traveled, I think I saw someone traveling for their 25th birthday, you know, for everybody clocking 25. So, oh, they want to do something grand. Oh, this is like a milestone age. And when I said, I'm like, Jesus, I have to be able to do that. So at that moment, I felt like, oh my God, this person, I have this person. Let me do this person. Then what do? I made more content. And I was able to go for it. So
that feeling literally drove you more than box you in a corner.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Like that's what it does for me. It's like drives me more than box me in a corner. So of course I'm not going to be all self-righteous and say I don't like feel jealousy or I do, but I don't dwell on it. Yeah, and I don't think you should because it turns to something ugly. There's this conversation going online about envy and how people are saying envy is a normal thing.
I saw the follow-up to that. I saw some screenshots of the follow-up to that.
Yeah, and it was a very, very interesting conversation. And I don't agree with some of the things.
You guys should feel me.
The one of our friend is doing so well. She like it was getting too hard, so she blocked the friend.
Oh, the one that said something and someone was like,
she had to like delete the friend's number. And people were saying that's a normal thing. I don't think that's normal.
How?
I don't think that's normal. You don't want your friends to be successful.
You know, I'm sorry, I don't agree that it's normal, but I guess what the person would say. You know, the Bible says if your left hand is cutting it, it's in cut it off.
Right? How many eyes do you want to cut off? Because people are always going to be successful than you. So I think what you do with that, if it was me, I'll tell my friend is successful. I love it for you. I want to do that.
It's more drive for you.
It's more drive for you, exactly. So yeah. You are going to feel it. I agree that it is human nature. Yeah. I agree that it is a normal thing. It is just what you do with it, how you channel it. So yeah.
think whenever you just find yourself in such situations, it's always just go back to the drawing board.
Yeah.
It means you actually really just need to take a trip down to
Thank
the
you for
drawing
saying
board.
that. Honestly, that was the argument I was having with somebody, that for you to go to get to the point of deleting or blocking, you've dwelled on it too much.
So why not channel that energy into something?
And I was telling someone that, and that's why before you get to that point of blocking,
It's giving
there
it should have been me, not you.
exactly, and that is not a good thing. I'm going to agree that jealousy is not a good thing, but the way it's manifested is not. I'm going to agree that jealousy is a normal human feeling, but the way you can manifest it can be bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess, to wrap it all up, right? Now that you're an adult, right, you can, I guess when you were a child or whoever, when you're a child, success is defined for you, yeah, right? Okay, as a child, success to me might be getting the first position in class, right? But now that you're an adult, how have you been able to define success?
For me, one thing I do when it comes to defining success, I give myself timelines. I have goals that I break into little pieces. Then when I achieve those goals, so that is success for me. So for now, success doesn't look anything remotely close to getting married, doesn't look anything remotely close to giving birth, doesn't look anything remotely close to relocating. Success for me could be getting admission into a master's program. If I do that, that is one success. It could be, I just bought a MacBook. That is success to me. I saved to buy that MacBook. That's my first. I was using HP. That is success to me. Yeah. If tomorrow I save to buy a car, that is another success to me. Success doesn't look like one very grand thing that society has made us believe. I cut my goals into bits. I cut them into smaller bits, smaller timelines, quarters, and when I achieve those things, that is success. I don't have to achieve everything on my list. If I pick one, I achieve that thing, that is success. I'm going to dwell in it. Trust me, I'm going to either buy myself food, take myself out, celebrate it, on to the next phase. But but the thing is that before I get to that 10 thing, I'm not very, very sad. If I do one, I'm happy.
Just about to ask that.
If I do two, I'm happy. So they are like both of happiness before I get to that 10 things. So that's what success to me. You can define success to what you want, to what you are seeking to achieve. It could be getting admission. It could be losing weight. It could be eating healthier. It could be getting into a relationship, getting into a very good relationship. But it doesn't have to be something grand, something that everybody can see, everybody can testify to. Everybody is going to know and tell you congratulations. But it's just something. You did it, you worked towards that thing, and you got it. And that's success. So that's the way I've been able to define success for myself.
I was about to go into the topic of like giving yourself grace, but you've kind of already covered that. Basically just giving yourself grace in everything you do, right? When you fail at something or you don't reach a target at the time you set it for, or how you expected it to come out, like, how do you usually handle that?
Honestly, it is very, very important for you to give yourself grace. Always tell yourself, calm down. Always tell yourself, if you don't do it now, you can always do it. This thing is not running away. The admission portal is never going to close. iPhone is never going to run out. Before you know, they will do iPhone 18, iPhone 19, iPhone 20, iPhone 21.
The new one comes out every month.
Every month. You can always learn this thing. If you take an exam, you fail, you just know that you have to like go harder and read more, but you have to give yourself grace. Even take a break. If you write an exam, you fail, you don't have to go and register immediately. You can take 1 month break. Do something that doesn't relate to that thing at all.
Just keep your mind off.
Just keep your mind off that thing. Give yourself time. But it is very, very important for you to know that if it is something you truly want, you have to get back to the drawing board. But you have to rest. if people used to tell me that you feel things, don't you, for example, my friends will lose job and they will be all sad. I'm like, why are you very, very sad? And they will tell me that, is it that you don't feel it? Like, yeah, I feel it, but I don't beat myself down. Before you know, if I watch one series, if I watch one movie, I'll go back to applying. But you should know that it is not like a moral failure thing. Failure is not particular to you. Everybody is going to fail at one point. If you don't fail, you cannot get better. Because now when you fail, you know that, okay, this is what I did not do right. Yeah. This is what I can do better. And you go back to the drawing board. So yes, give yourself grace. Take your time. But know that it is not an indefinite time. You have to go back to the drawing board. But yes, give yourself grace. It is very, very important.
I guess just to even pick on something that you had mentioned, you mentioned that, okay, so like if you apply for something, give yourself some time, go back to apply. How do you know when I need to give up on this thing? I can't keep going back. How do you differentiate between, I guess, giving up in that and then actually putting in more work to get that result?
Truly, there are some things that you just know that, okay, so maybe you know that the systems have changed. For example, you're trying to relocate to a particular country, you've been trying and you are not making headway, but now you hear that the president of this country has said, never, you people will not enter my country. Of course, then you know that you have to either try another country or
so I think the answer would be approach.
Yes, you have to like go back. Okay, so is this thing still feasible or it is no longer feasible? If I'm applying for jobs, for stuff like that, you can't say you want to stop applying because a company can still pick you. If you don't apply, you are not going to get jobs. So you just have to keep applying. But there are some cases that you say, oh, I have to try another route. If not, I'm just going to, for example, you are trying to get admission. Unilag is not going to give you admission. Oh, then go to OAU.
Yeah.
Do you get?
Yeah. I guess for me, not to even get too religious, I would say, like, pray about it, to be honest. Like, because personally, I trust my gut feeling a lot. And I feel like my gut feeling is the Holy Spirit talking to me. So just pray about it because, you can be applying for jobs and your gut feeling has been telling you to start something. But you're like, I want to keep applying for jobs.
Or you're not even applying for the right
job. Or you're not even applying for the right job. You're not even doing the right thing.
Guidance.
So, seek guidance. Pray and seek guidance. It's very important. Like, speak to people. I have this problem. I've been applying. It's not coming through. Oh, I know someone in somewhere else. Person might be able to help. Or you might want to try this direction. So, I would say, speak to God and speak to people. That's what, I would do in that situation.
Yeah. I agree. Speak to God. Take it to God in prayers.
But to just like summarize on the whole grace thing, I think it is very important for us to be kind to ourselves. I think that's something that even I'm still learning till now. Just honestly, just be kind to yourself. Give yourself enough grace. I wanted to do this. I wasn't able to achieve it. Okay, I'll try again tomorrow. And hopefully better results will come out. Okay, why didn't this work out for me? Maybe, like I said, I need to change my approach.
Take lessons
learn from the mistakes you made prior and use that to kind of correct yourself when you start again. But and another thing I think I'll say to just sum the whole thing up is the only race anybody should be on is a race between themselves.
Exactly.
It gets so exhausting, like trying to catch up with other people, trying to catch up with what society has normalized. Everyone's timeline is different, right? What works for Osewe might not work for me. What works for Yetunde might also still not work for me. What works for me might not work for them. It's staying true to yourself and going with that gut feeling, knowing that this might sound so stupid to other people, but to me, it makes sense. And honestly, I think that's so important.
I guess, moving on, we'd just like to get like an overview of your book. Just
Hi. So I wrote a book last year. No one warned you about this part. I call it A Mirror and a Hand to Hold. So the book is basically like a life guide for women on how to choose yourself, how to better yourself, and self-preservation. I genuinely feel like some of the things we women we found ourselves in are things that we ordinarily should not. You should know that this thing is not a nice thing. You don't have to call in into Osewe's podcast. Osewe, my boyfriend doesn't tell me he loves me. My boyfriend hates me. Should I marry him? Should I marry him? I feel
Yeah.
like these are things that ordinarily we should know. We should know that don't marry him.
Yeah.
But a lot of women don't do that. You'll be shocked. I'm a big fan of podcasts. And sometimes when I listen to what people call in to podcasts, I'm like, so you need two people to tell you
Leave
this.
that man.
You knew the answer before you
You
called,
know the
bro.
answer before you
Yeah.
call, and I feel like that is a big problem. That is what the book is about: choosing yourself, redefining yourself, vision boards, what it means to truly rebrand. People are saying rebrand. Rebrand has to be something that is very, very personal to you.
Yeah.
It has to be something that makes meaning to you. For firstborn daughters, so I don't know if any one of you here is I'm also a firstborn daughter. I wrote about
I'm very far from being the first one. Like the first one.
I wrote about dropping baggage that you don't have to carry, choosing yourself, putting yourself first before you put any other sibling, any other family. Know that you have your own life to live. I wrote about gifted child, people who were very brilliant while they were in school, but now they are really struggling. And it's a wake-up call that this is the real life for you. You have to put in the work. I wrote about
all this in one book. Damn.
Yes,
It's sounding golden.
I wrote about turning 25 on how it's, to some people, it is a very, very grand thing. People say, what's that thing?
So many things. Mind is a fool. 40 is a fool.
I'm going to remember it. I'm going to.
Is it like crossing from like into like
no, that thing that you are going to be
adulthood.
very self-aware. They used to call it
your
your
frontal lobe.
Thank you. Yes. How what it means different things to other people. You're not just going to arrive 25 with a new awakening. It doesn't happen that way. And I spoke about relationship with our mothers and how it shapes women, knowingly or unknowingly. You may not know, you may not think, you may not know, but it is something that this is someone who gave birth to you that you get to pick up. I wrote about a lot of things. Women who have read it have said it has changed their life. It has done something. I've sold over 2,000 copies. Yes. Yes, the physical copy is going to be available very soon in Nigeria. And online on Amazon, it has done a lot. It has changed my own life too, and I'm very sure it is going to change your own life. So yeah, you can pick it up if you go to my Instagram bio. No one warned you about this part, and honestly, it contained a lot of things that no one really did warn you about. So yeah,
I mean, you saying all of that to the women out there who would, I mean, that's the target audience, right?
Yes.
What do you hope they feel after reading your book?
So I hope you feel refreshing. I hope you feel lighter than the way you felt before reading the book. If you add a lot of baggage, I hope the book holds your hands and say, okay, calm down. Everything is going to be okay. I hope that's what the book does to you.
Yes. Nice. That's so beautiful.
Thank you.
What would you say to the people out there who feel like life is just passing them by? The people who feel left behind.
Okay, so like I said, if you feel left behind, it just means you are human and you are aware that, okay, there are people who are doing things. Give yourself grace, speak to God, trust your guts, and go back to the drawing board. And one very important thing, learn how to do the hard things, learn how to remove yourself from wherever loop you think you are, learn how to go for what you want. If you don't do the hard thing, you are not going to get to where you want. There are a lot of things you would have to do that are going to require you to leave your house, get out of your comfort zone. I know it is a cliche, but it is a cliche that works. That is why people keep saying this thing over and over. But don't beat yourself down.
Yeah.
Even if you beat yourself down, make sure you don't stay down for a long time, and make sure you get back up. So far you put in the work, you are going to achieve whatever it is you are after. And also, your timelines are for you to live. Like I said, social media compresses timelines. You don't see that people have put in 10 years of work. You don't see that people have sent in 100,000 pitches to different companies. You just see that these companies are working for them. These companies are sponsoring them. But these are the things that you don't see. But you just have to have it in mind that you have to put in the work and don't beat yourself.
Even sorry to even cut you short. I don't know if I should say this. I'm like, even the people that you don't see doing actual work, like you think you don't see doing out there, there's some work behind the scenes that is being done.
Put it out there.
Yeah, there's some work, right? There's different types of work, but there's some work behind the scenes that's being done. So there's still work being done.
I think we need to normalize understanding that life doesn't end on social media. It doesn't even start there.
Exactly.
There's so much going on in the world, and that's why for me, I just think that it's just so toxic. It's too toxic.
You're not a fan of social media.
Huh?
You're not a fan.
I'm really not. I hop on, do what I need to do, promote my business, do my work, and cut.
I'm naturally not asked about things. I'm just like, okay.
Yeah.
Literally, things naturally
There's a
do
lot
not
of pretense, so it's just
I just scroll past.
Me, I'm a fan. Funny enough, I don't know, maybe because I'm a writer, because I get to pull from other people's wisdom, what they have in their head, and just see different perspectives. So yeah, I'm a big fan of social media, and that's why I really like X. I know people think it is very toxic and everything, but I genuinely feel like X is where you get to see what people are really thinking. People's idea on Instagram or TikTok or any other platform.
I feel like that X is mostly just rage baiting though.
There are a lot of angry people there.
Yeah, people just say things just to get those reactions, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because they're like, I don't know.
But every other social media platforms, you can curate your timelines. So guys, we are not behind. The timeline is just fake. Make sure to give yourself grace always. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow our social media handles. What's your impact?
See you.
See you next time.